At the airport, real English conversation.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of our English Learning Podcast. I'm Alex.
And I'm Mia.
Today's topic is something almost everyone experiences at least once in their life, traveling through an airport.
Yes, whether you're going on a holiday, a business trip, or even just picking someone up, the airport is full of real-life English expressions.
Absolutely. And here's the fun part. Airports are not just about flights. They're about communication. You need to talk to airline staff, security officers, and sometimes strangers. So today, Mia and I will act out real airport conversations, and we'll also sprinkle in idioms and phrases that travelers often use.
Oh, Alex, don't forget, one of our lovely listeners actually requested this topic in the comments of our last episode.
That's right. Someone said, please make an episode about airport English because I will be traveling soon and I feel nervous about speaking English there. So, today's episode is dedicated to that listener and to anyone who has ever felt a little anxious at the airport.
Perfect. Let's get ready to fly, both literally and with our English skills.
Yes, and by the way, notice Mia just used the expression, get ready to fly. That's a double meaning. We're not only flying in a plane, but also improving our English fluency. This is what we call a play on words.
Clever, right? Okay, let's jump into our first scene, the check-in counter. Good morning, sir. Welcome to Global Airlines. May I see your passport and ticket, please?
Sure, here you go.
Thank you. Do you have any luggage to check in today?
Yes, I have this big suitcase and one carry-on bag.
All right. Please place your suitcase on the scale. It looks like your bag is slightly overweight.
Oh no. How much is the allowance?
The allowance is 23 kilograms. Your bag weighs 26 kilograms, so it's 3 kilograms over.
I see. That's a bit of a problem.
You have two options. You can pay the extra baggage fee, or you can remove some items and place them in your carry-on bag.
I think I'll just pay the fee. I don't want to repack everything here at the counter.
All right, sir. Let me process that for you. Here's your receipt, and here's your boarding pass. You are seated in 18A, which is a window seat. Boarding begins at 10:30 at gate 25.
Perfect. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Have a pleasant flight.
Idioms and phrases explained by Alex. All right, friends, let's pause here and look at some important phrases and idioms from this check-in conversation. Carry-on bag. This means the small bag you take with you onto the airplane. It's usually kept in the overhead bin above your seat. Baggage allowance. This is the maximum weight or number of bags you can check in without paying extra. Idiom, a bit of a problem. I said, that's a bit of a problem. This is a soft way to say something is difficult. It makes the situation sound less serious, which is polite English. Idiom, pay the price. In real life, travelers often say, if you don't pack light, you'll pay the price. This idiom doesn't only mean paying money, it also means suffering consequences of a choice. Example, if you never study, you'll pay the price during the exam. Phrase, pack light. This means to travel with only a few things. Example, I always pack light when I go on weekend trips. Phrase, boarding pass. This is the paper or digital document you need to enter the plane. Idiom, up in the air. Now, this one is interesting. Literally, airplanes fly up in the air, but in idiomatic English, something is up in the air means it's uncertain or not decided yet. Example, our holiday plans are still up in the air.
So, Alex, you mean the airport is not just a place to fly, it's a place full of idioms too.
Exactly. If you learn airport idioms, you're not only ready to travel, you're also ready for daily conversations.
Okay, so now that you've checked in your luggage, what's next?
Security check. And trust me, many travelers get nervous at this stage, not just because of the X-ray machines, but also because of the English used there.
Don't worry, we've got you covered. In the next part, we'll go through the security check conversation and learn more useful idioms.
Exactly. Stick with us because the best idioms are still to come. Theme: at the airport, real English conversation with idioms and phrases. Part 2, security check and boarding gate. Scene 1, at the security check. Security officer, Mia.
Good morning, sir. Please place all your belongings on the conveyor belt. That includes your laptop, phone, and any liquids.
Sure, here they are. Should I also take off my shoes?
Yes, please. Shoes, belt, and jacket must go through the scanner.
All right, here you go.
Thank you. Now please walk through the metal detector.
I walk through, alarm beeps. Oh, sorry about that.
No problem, sir. Do you have any coins, keys, or metal objects in your pockets?
Oh, yes, I forgot my car keys. Here they are.
That's fine. Please try walking through again.
I walk again, no beep. There we go.
Perfect. You're all set. Please collect your belongings. Have a good flight.
Thanks, you too. Idioms and phrases explained by Alex. All right, listeners, let's break down the key phrases and idioms from the security check conversation. Conveyor belt. This is the moving belt where you put your bags so they can pass through the X-ray scanner. All set. The officer said, "You're all set." This means you're ready or everything is fine now. Example, once you sign the contract, you're all set. Idiom, better safe than sorry. Security officers don't take chances. They check everything carefully. This idiom means it's wiser to be cautious than regret later. Example, I always lock my doors. Better safe than sorry. Idiom, red flag. At airports, something suspicious is called a red flag. In daily English, it means a warning sign. Example, arriving late every day is a red flag for an employee. Idiom, smooth sailing. When things go without any problems, we say it's smooth sailing. Example, after the visa check, it was smooth sailing to the gate. Phrase, you too. Did you notice I replied, you too, when the officer said, have a good flight? This is a polite, short, and very natural way to return good wishes.
Alex, I like the idiom smooth sailing. It sounds like something travelers really want.
Exactly. Everyone hopes for smooth sailing at the airport, but sometimes things don't go so smoothly.
Like delays?
Exactly. And that brings us to the boarding gate.
Scene 2, at the boarding gate. Gate agent, Mia. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is the boarding announcement for flight GA742 to London. We are now inviting passengers seated in rows 1 to 10 to board.
Excuse me, what time will general boarding begin?
In about 15 minutes, sir. First, we board priority passengers and families with young children.
Got it. Thank you.
No problem. May I see your boarding pass, please?
Of course. Here you go.
Thank you, sir. You are seated in 18A. Boarding for your group will be called shortly.
Great. By the way, is the flight on time?
Yes, sir. Everything is on schedule. Boarding should be complete within the next 30 minutes.
Perfect. Thanks a lot.
Idioms and phrases explained by Alex. All right, let's unpack the key phrases and idioms here. Boarding announcement. This is the official message telling passengers when and how to enter the plane. Priority passengers. These are passengers who are allowed to board earlier, like business class or families with young kids. Idiom, on schedule. This means everything is happening at the planned time. Example, the meeting is on schedule. Idiom, killing time. At airports, you often wait. We say, I'm just killing time before boarding. This idiom means passing time without doing anything important. Idiom, in the same boat. If your flight is delayed and everyone is waiting, you can say, we're all in the same boat. It means everyone shares the same problem. Idiom, sit tight. When the agent said your group will be called shortly, you could also hear, please sit tight.
This means wait patiently without moving. Mini dialogue at the gate with idioms. Alex, to another passenger, Mia. Looks like we're stuck waiting again.
Yeah, but we just have to sit tight. At least the flight is on schedule.
True. I guess we're all in the same boat.
Exactly. I usually kill time by reading or listening to podcasts.
Same here. In fact, I'm listening to this podcast right now. Wait, that's funny. Idioms recap. Alex, let's quickly recap the idioms we learned today. Better safe than sorry. Red flag. Smooth sailing. On schedule. Killing time. In the same boat. Sit tight. These are not only useful for travel, but also in daily English conversations.
Transition to part 3. So now, Alex, you've checked in, passed security, and waited at the gate. What's next?
Boarding the plane.
Boarding the plane itself and dealing with situations inside, like seating, overhead bins, or even talking to the flight attendants.
Yes, that's always full of interesting English phrases.
And sometimes full of idioms too. So in part 3, we'll join the passengers as they settle into their seats.
Stay tuned and don't change your seat just yet.
Welcome aboard, sir. May I see your boarding pass?
Of course, here it is.
Thank you. You're seated in 18A by the window. Just head down this aisle and it'll be on your left.
Great, thanks so much.
You're welcome. Please stow your bag in the overhead bin or under the seat in front of you.
The overhead bin looks full.
Let me give you a hand. There we go. All set.
Thanks, that was a tight squeeze.
Yes, but we managed. Please take your seat and fasten your seatbelts.
Okay, listeners, let's go over a few phrases and idioms from this scene. Welcome aboard, a classic phrase meaning welcome to the plane. You can also hear this on ships. Head down this aisle. The aisle is the walkway between seats. To head down means simply go down. Stow your bag. To stow means to store safely. In daily English, you might say, I stowed my winter clothes in the closet. Idiom, tight squeeze. When space is very small or limited. Example, fitting all the boxes in the car was a tight squeeze. Phrase, give you a hand. This means to help you. Example, can I give you a hand with those groceries? All set. We saw this earlier at security. It means everything is ready now.
Alex, you really love idioms, don't you?
Absolutely. They make English sound alive. Without idioms, it's like flying without wings.
That's an idiom itself. Hi there. Looks like we're seatmates for the next few hours.
Hi. Yes, seems like we're in the same boat. Well, same plane this time.
True. Do you travel often?
Not that much, but every time I fly, I learn something new.
That's a nice way to put it. I'm a frequent flyer. I travel for work almost every month.
Wow, then you must have lots of travel stories up your sleeve.
Oh, yes. Delays, missed connections, lost luggage, you name it. I've been through it.
Sounds like a mixed bag of experiences.
Exactly. Some flights are smooth sailing and others are a roller coaster ride.
Let's take a closer look at those idioms. Seatmates, very natural word for the people sitting next to you. Idiom, up your sleeve. This means having something hidden or ready. Example, the teacher always has a trick up her sleeve to surprise the students. Idiom, you name it. Used when listing many things. Example, they sell clothes, shoes, electronics, you name it. Idiom, a mixed bag. A combination of good and bad things. Example, the concert was a mixed bag. Great music, but terrible sound system. Idiom, roller coaster ride. Used to describe something full of ups and downs. Example, my first year at university was a real roller coaster ride.
Alex, I really like roller coaster ride. It's so visual.
Yes, that's why idioms are powerful. They paint pictures with words.
Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to the safety demonstration. Fasten your seatbelt by inserting the metal tip into the buckle. To release it, lift the flap.
I've seen this so many times, but it's always good to pay attention.
Better safe than sorry, right?
Exactly. Here's a useful one. Better safe than sorry. We heard this earlier at security too. It's a universal truth. Being careful prevents regret.
Excuse me, can I get a glass of water?
Of course, sir. Still or sparkling?
Still, please.
Here you go.
Thanks a ton.
My pleasure. Let me know if you need anything else. Thanks a ton. An informal way to say thank you very much. My pleasure. A polite way to reply when someone thanks you, equivalent to you're welcome. Phrase let me know. This is very common. It means tell me if you need something. Example, let me know if you're free tomorrow.
Ladies and gentlemen, Captain has turned on the seatbelt sign. We are experiencing some turbulence. Please remain seated with your seatbelts fastened.
Looks like we're in for a bumpy ride.
Yeah, but it's par for the course when flying.
True. Hopefully it will blow over soon. Bumpy ride. Literally, turbulence. Figuratively, it means a difficult experience. Example, the company had a bumpy ride last year. Idiom, par for the course. Something normal or expected, even if unpleasant. Example, traffic jams are par for the course in big cities. Idiom, blow over, when a problem passes or disappears. Example, don't worry about the argument, it will blow over.
So, what brings you to London?
I'm visiting some friends and also attending a short workshop.
That sounds exciting. Are you nervous about speaking in English there?
Not really. I believe practice makes perfect.
Oh, that's a good one. Practice makes perfect.
Yes, it's a saying that reminds us repetition builds skill.
Proverb. Practice makes perfect. The more you practice, the better you become. Phrase. What brings you to? A very natural question to ask why someone is visiting a place. For example, what brings you to New York? Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be landing shortly. Please return to your seats, fasten your seatbelts, and put your tray tables up.
I always get butterflies in my stomach during landing.
Same here. But once we're on the ground, it's all water under the bridge.
True. At least we'll be safe and sound. Idiom, butterflies in my stomach. Feeling nervous or anxious. Example, I had butterflies in my stomach before giving my speech. Idiom, water under the bridge. Past problems that are forgiven or no longer important. Example, we argued last week, but that's water under the bridge. Idiom, safe and sound. Arriving safely without harm. Example, we reached home safe and sound after the storm. Tight squeeze. Give you a hand. Up your sleeve. You name it. Mixed bag. Roller coaster ride. Thanks a ton. Bumpy ride. Par for the course. Blow over. Practice makes perfect. Butterflies in my stomach. Water under the bridge. Safe and sound.
Wow, Alex, that was a long journey.
Yes, and we packed our bags full of idioms along the way.
So what's next?
Part 4, after landing, we'll cover immigration, customs, and finally stepping out of the airport.
Great. Let's not miss our connection to that.